Okay friends, today we are going to make a video of class physics 12th. In this video I have made here Kirchoffs law. Kirchoffs law. What are these? These are Kirchoffs law. Here try to understand each and every point which is given here. Kirchoffs law, I want to say here. First, there are two laws. Okay, Kirchoffs law, there are two laws, first and second. Okay, try to understand. Here there are two laws, first and second. Here it is so simple. If you read, you can understand. Okay, here first statement is it states that the algebraic sum, algebraic means a plus b, a plus c, like this. Sum of the currents meeting at a junction, you know about junction, it means at a point. All the currents meeting at a point. This is, it means, you know, in case of junction, you have heard this word about junction. In a closed circuit is zero. Here, what thing? Closed, not open circuit. Here what things are you observing? Here this is a closed circuit. Once again I am repeating this law. It states that the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a junction is in a closed circuit is zero. Now mathematical form according to Kirchoffs law. Here you will observe this thing. Current is coming and current is going. Okay. Here, if current is going outside, it means there will be minus. Okay. Once again, I am saying, but this is fundamental of this electricity. Try to understand. If current is going outside, it means you are drawn current, then this will be negative. And if it will come, then what things will you observe? So this I2 is going outside, but if in this case I3, you are observing that current is coming, and if current is coming, then this will be plus, but current is going, this will be minus. Okay, simple thing. Current is going, that will be minus. Current is coming, that is plus. Okay, I hope you are understanding this thing. This is important thing, and if you are knowing this thing, then you are able to solve numericals of this Kirchoffs law. It is asked in several competition. It is important thing. According to Kirchoffs law, minus I1. Here what things are you observing? I1 is going outside. Current is going outside, so minus I1. I2, I1. This is I1. This is I2. Here also current is going outside. This will be minus I2. But here this thing I3, in this case current is coming, so plus I3. In this case current is going outside, this will be minus I4 and I5. Here I have written this is I5, and in this case what things? Current is coming on the junction, so I5 is equal to 0. Okay, this is the law of Kirchoffs. Here simple, now you will simplify this thing. Minus I1 minus I2 plus I3 minus I4 plus I4, 5 is equal to 0. Or simply you may write sigma I is equal to 0. Summation. It means adding of all currents is equal to 0. This is the first law of Kirchoff. Okay. Second also very important, and it is also simple. It states that the algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed path of electric current circuit involving resistors and cells in the loop is 0. Cell, you know, you use cell in the torch. Okay, cell is also a battery. Here resistance from the word resistors word is origin from resistance. Here electric circuit, you know, circuit about conducting path, It states that the algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed path of electric circuit involving resistance and cells in the loop is zero. It means sigma delta V is equal to zero. Here I have taken delta for a small quantity. Yes, try to understand. For a small quantity you will take delta. Okay, try to understand. Once again I am repeating this thing here. What things? Kirchoffs law, first and second. Try to understand, try to read several times. Okay friends, then you are able to understand about all these things. Here I have to discuss about Wheatstone bridge. Okay, try to understand carefully. Here I have drawn, in this case, what are the main purpose of Wheatstone bridge? Very simple thing. You have to find out unknown resistance. Through this instrument, Wheatstone bridge is an instrument. Through this instrument, you can find out unknown resistance. There will be given 3 resistance, and how you get 4th resistance. How you get 4th resistance, that will be unknown. Any resistance you can find out. Suppose here I have written R4 is equal to R3, R2, R1. Any 3 things is provided, then you can obtain 4th resistance. Okay, here I have written I2, I1, R4 unknown, R3, D, C, B, A. Okay, here there is galvanometer. You should know this thing. Galvanometer measures the electric current. Here minus I R1. What thing? Minus I R1 plus 0 plus I2 R2 is equal to 0. What things? Minus I R1 plus 0 plus I2 R2 is equal to 0. That is first. Very simple thing. And in this case, I3 is equal to I1. What thing? I3 is equal to I1. I4 is equal to I2. What things are you seeing? Here you are observing minus I1 R1 is equal plus 0 plus I2 R2 plus I2 R2 and I2 R2 is equal to 0. Okay, try to understand. I1, I2, I3, I4. Okay, try to understand all the things which is given here. Here I3 and here I4. Okay, now here also try to understand minus I1 R1 plus 0 plus I2 R2 is equal to 0. That is first. Okay, and I3 is equal to I1. What things? I3 is equal to I1, I2 is equal to I4. Okay, now I2 R4 plus 0 minus I3 R3 is equal to 0. That is second. In this case, current direction will be reverse. Okay, I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. What things? I1 by I2 is equal to what thing? I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3. Here I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. Okay, R2 by R1 is equal to R2 by R1. R2 by R1 is equal to what thing? R4 by R3. Or I1 by I2, here you are observing this. In this case both things are same. Okay, in this case what things are you obtaining? In this case both things are same, so you may write I1 is by I2 is equal to R by R3. What things? I1 by I2 is equal to R4 by R3. Now next thing, R4 unknown. Here R4 is from this relations, R4 is unknown. What things? R4 is unknown. Here I have partially separated this thing. I1 is by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. I1 by I2 is equal to R by R3. This is for Wheatstone bridge. Okay, you may write I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1, R4 by R3. Now from these two equations, R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3, because here I have written I1 by I2, I1 by I2. So here you have to obtain, that is unknown. R1, R2, R3 is given, but R4 is unknown. Then how do you get? Simply cross multiplication. R2, R3, R2, R3 by R1. R4 is unknown. So through this instrument, Wheatstone bridge, you can find out unknown resistance. Okay. Now next thing, meter bridge. Here we want to discuss about meter bridge. Here I have drawn simple diagram A, B, C, R, S. Here G is galvanometer, and length also. That this is meter scale. Here you can measure length. Okay, you know, you can, if you want to measure length, you have to use what things? Meter scale. Here this is L1, and certainly after this will be 100 minus L1. Okay. Here I have taken L1, and therefore after this there will be distance, what thing? 100 minus L1. Now resistance RBS like this. Okay. RL1 100 minus L1. Now here, for in case of meter bridge, R by S is equal to RL1 by R 100 minus L1. Okay, try to understand this thing. R 100 minus L1. Now what will you get? Cancel RR is, that is equal to L1 by 100 minus L1. Okay. Now simply R cross multiply, you have to multiply cross S into L1 by 100 minus L1. In this case, suppose as L1 is given, then you can find out resistance using meter bridge. Okay. Now try to understand potentiometer. In this case also you have to measure resistance. Okay, try to understand. In this case also you have to measure resistance. Here I have drawn such a figure of potentiometer. Here R, A, 2, 3, N1, N2, and here galvanometer is attached. Now K1 key is there, is key in this position. This is in the on position. If there is dot, it means this is on position. Here what thing? E1 is equal to 5I, that is first. 5 per unit length. What things? 5 per unit length. 5I1 plus 0 minus E1 is equal to 0, that is second. Okay. 5I1 plus 0 minus E1 is equal to 0, that is second. 5I2 plus 0 minus E2 is equal to 0, that is third. Now from these two equations, 2 and 3, E1 by E2, what will be? I1 by I2, 5 cancel. E is equal to what? E is equal to 5I1, that is 5. B is equal to 5I2, that is 6. Okay, try to understand. E is equal to 5I1. B is equal to 5I2. Now here I have written E by V is equal to what? L1 by L2. E by V is equal to what thing? L1 by L2. But E, that is electromotive force, is equal to what? IR plus R. Here a small r, and here that is capital R. Combination of both resistance. B is equal to IR. From Ohm's law, what things are you knowing? B is equal to IR from Ohm's law. And then after that, what things will you observe? You will observe that is equation number, electromotive force E is equal to IR plus R, B is equal to IR. E by V is equal to R plus R by B. Simply dividing. That is equation 7. From 6 and 7, what things? R plus R by R is equal to I1 by I2. And then you can find out a small r, that is equal to R I1 by I2 minus 1, that is equation 8. This is the case of potentiometer. I hope try to understand. If you did several times, then you are able to understand all the things. And I will suggest you subscribe my channel SK Singh Vikramganj, especially for DAV students, so that they will get next video. I have made such type of videos after hard event. Okay, I have taught several years in DAV school, and also taught several students of class 11 12. Okay, thank you, have a nice day. So here in this slide I have discussed Kirchoffs law, Wheatstone bridge, meter bridge, potentiometer. I hope you like this video, and after that I want to once again request to you that please subscribe my channel SK Singh Vikramganj. Thank you, have a nice day.